This week, on The Rock, we see what's going on with clubs and which ones are still running. We learn what's the difference between the hybrid and at-home curriculum. And finally, we go on a little adventure to see what's happening with Mount Baker this year.
Welcome back to The Rock AHS. We're happy to have you back this year. I'm Lauren McClintock.
And I'm Cooper Nichols. Hopefully you all are watching safe from home right now.
We've certainly been doing a lot from home lately, even going to school.
That's right, but not all of us are going back to school in the same way. Lauren McClintock and Emmy Vivar created a segment on the two learning models, AHS Hybrid and AHS At Home.
The Anacortes High School has recently split into two learning modules, AHS At Home and AHS Hybrid. While they appear similar from the outside due to current district-wide online learning, they actually have some distinct differences. Here are some of the key differences between AHS At Home and AHS Hybrid. Currently, AHS At Home has no plans of returning in person throughout the entire school year, whereas AHS Hybrid has a chance of returning in person on February 8th at the start of our new semester. The possibility of returning in person at the start of the new semester remains the key difference between online learning through AHS At Home and AHS Hybrid. AHS At Home is designed to give students a less structured schedule that allows them to create their own schedule based on their own needs, whereas AHS Hybrid has a more structured curriculum with 8:40 to 3 o'clock classes. This entails Zoom meetings, which AHS At Home does not have. The final key difference that we'll be addressing today is AHS At Home's lack of honors and AP classes, whereas AHS Hybrid offers certain AP and honors classes. Both learning methods seem like great options. We decided to talk to some of the students enrolled in both AHS At Home and AHS Hybrid to see how they feel about the remote learning options and the lack of in-person learning in general.
I do find it a lot harder to focus in online school. It's just that much less engaging. There's not as much of a personal connection.
I think that it's definitely been a little less effective to not have that in-person aspect that we would normally have, and to not have teachers there to answer questions about certain things that you may be stuck on.
Despite some uncertainties about the online models, many of the students have found some positive aspects.
I've definitely had more free time though. I've been able to have a lot of more flexibility with my activities and sports and such, because I can choose which times I need to do my work instead of being blocked in. I find that when I'm working at my own pace, I can get a lot more done than I normally would. I have more freedom to kind of do whichever classes that I want to do whenever I feel the most like I want to do those classes. It's very hard to get started on your own sometimes, and if you're not in that productive mind zone and you need to get stuff done, it can be very difficult too and very frustrating.
I do find it particularly hard to keep on track when you have 80-minute segments of just sitting at a computer. Some of the teachers try and make it so that you don't have to go the full 80 minutes of on Zoom, and that makes it a little better, but for the most part, I mean, it has taken a toll on my back and my mental health. In retrospect, I probably would have done the online variant.
From the Rock at AHS, I'm Lauren McClintock.
Thanks guys, now I know a bit more about how school is going for our AHS students.
Yeah, school sure looks different this year.
Well, at least one thing is staying the same: clubs.
Up next, Wyatt Severin and Shane Lamphere bring us a segment all about what clubs are happening this year.
Where did all the clubs go since the lockdown? A lot of us aren't sure, and I'll try to answer that today. First things first, what clubs and after-school activities aren't available? Well, out of the roughly 31 clubs we had last year, a little less than half of them are now available this semester. These include the FRC and FTC teams due to national shutdown for the season. On the bright side, we still have many clubs available. we asked 2 of the still active clubs questions about what they had planned for this year.
Okay, so I have been co-hosting the art club with Mr. Delutri, and I have taken it over this year. So art club meets up a couple times a month, and either we're trying new art techniques or experimenting with different kinds of art, and just a safe place for people to enjoy art together.
So my club is Esports Club, and as far as activities, we do a mixture of competitive and casual gaming. So we play against some other schools like Cedar Woolley and Bellingham and Burlington, and we play against them in competitive leagues and games like Super Smash Bros., Rocket League, and a couple others. So we play competitively in that sense, but we also play casually in the sense of we have weekly game nights. I'm trying to focus on trying to foster a community where, you know, we can have a lot of gamers and everyone can just kind of have fun.
We have not had to make too many major changes because we are always evolving. So we're going to try and get art supplies to kids that are interested in partaking in this club. So sometimes we will be doing it through Zoom. And then sometimes I think we're going to try and encourage people to get together in pods of 4 or 5 and after school and to do some art together.
So we are meeting over Zoom. So that's the biggest change, is that we're not meeting in person right now. And then we use Discord as like our primary messaging service. So we have a Anacortes Esports Discord server, and we typically have everyone in that. And then I'll post announcements there, or I'll post events there. We have voice channels where people can meet up and play games, stuff like that.
I don't know, it's just a really awesome group of people that are interested in messing around with art, and art doesn't have to be about creating the perfect work of art. To me, it's more interesting to see the different kinds of processes that you can use to create works of art. And I like both 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. So hopefully we're going to have some fun with that this year.
So if you're on the fence about whether or not you want to join esports, I definitely stress that it's casual. I really want to make sure that we're not too competitive in the sense where you feel the need that you have to be competitive. So if you just want to hop in, maybe play a couple games at TF2 or Among Us or whatever, I highly encourage you to join. And right now, most of what we're doing is casual instead of competitive. So I think right now would be a great time.
Due to technical difficulties, we couldn't get our interview for Bandon. However, it is still active. Please contact Mr. Dial for more information. Additionally, other clubs are around. The link on screen has more information. This is Wyatt Severin, reporting from The Rock.
Thanks, guys. There are so many clubs that I can't wait to try.
Definitely. I know one thing I want to do this year is get up to Mount Baker and ski.
This sounds like a lot of fun. But is Baker even open this year with the COVID restrictions?
I'm not sure, but Cooper Nichols and Mason Bakke can tell us in this next segment and give us details all about their trip from a couple weeks ago.
I love safety. Make sure you're wearing masks, boys. It's fine when you're in a small group, but
Don't
parking
show
lots
Cooper,
and
don't show Cooper.
oh yeah, don't show
You
Cooper.
totally
So, winter is coming, and with that comes snow sports. This year is a little different, but I am pleased to say that Mount Baker will be open, and it'll be a great way to enjoy some fun out of the house during COVID. Even though there wasn't much snow, my friends and I used this segment as a great little excuse to have a nice little adventure. Plus, it gave me some great footage to use while I'm talking. Anyway, Mount Baker will be open this year with actually a surprisingly low amount of restrictions. Mask wearing and social distancing is mandatory, but that isn't much of a problem as you need to wear a face covering to protect yourself from the snow anyway. On certain days, there will be a limit to how many people are allowed on the mountain, and that'll mean getting a reservation. But with how things are trending, Mount Baker thinks this might not be an issue come opening day. The best way to make sure you secure your spot would be to purchase a season's pass. But if you don't want to spend that kind of cash, or you just don't plan on going up very often, the best advice I can give you is to plan ahead. Figure out a day you want to go in advance, then just check the website regularly for updated information about if reservations are necessary and how to get one as your trip nears. Anyway, I would just like to say that please, just go on a trip. It doesn't have to be Baker, it doesn't even have to be snow sports, but please, grab some friends, less than 5 of you of course, and do something. Anyway, sob story aside, wear masks in public, be safe. I'm Mason Baki, and have a great day, AHS.
Today, we're going to be enjoying nature. Cooper's breaking the law. I told him not to do it.
We found some snow. It's over here.
I got you. Whoa. I got you.
I am at the top of a mountain. There's more mountains over there. I don't know if you can see that.
I love nature.
Say cheese.
I need to curse less, man. I love nature.
Observational. Oh, I know that's at me. A final run.
Lauren's just a sports commentator up there.
I forget that they can hear me down there. And that this is not just me.
I can't wait to get up there and work on my snowboarding skills.
Well, I think that wraps up our show for today. If you have any comments or suggestions, you can reach us at therock@asd103.org. We love to hear your feedback.
And with that, I'm Cooper Nichols.
And I'm Lauren McClintock. And from our rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.